Hello everyone, welcome to the Autistic Mile, and this is episode 4 of the Ideal-ist. Today, we'll be talking about the character of Marina from the Splatoon series, namely Splatoon 2 and 3, because she wasn't in Splatoon 1. Now, Marina is a very unique character in that she is the first, and to my knowledge only, named Octoling in the main cast. Now, a lot of you may wonder what an Octoling is. And in essence, it's a foreign race. It's more complicated than that, but I imagine a lot of people who have played the game know what I'm talking about. But the important thing is, she grew up as a soldier and a technician under a rather ruthless king who sees his people more as just tools to serve his endless war in the name of pettiness and spite against another race known as the Inklings, which the series is all about, more or less. And Marina is a very smart woman. She's a person who is very good with her hands in terms of technology, and she's definitely smart enough to know that DJ Octavio, as this king is called, he's not an ideal leader. Not really going to lead anyone to a bright future, let's put it that way. So what she ended up doing was she ended up leaving her home and trying to integrate into Inkling society. And that was definitely a very arduous journey for her, at least at first, because obviously it's never easy leaving behind everything you've ever known and sort of taking that leap into something that could be better, but it's perfectly alien to you. Not to mention the fact that she would be dubbed a traitor by Octavio himself. Since she escaped, she actually becomes something of a local legend to other Octolings who may be thinking of the same path, such as Agent 8 from the Splatoon 2 DLC. But what I wanted to highlight particularly is how through the games she showcases what an ideal relationship with someone like this would be like. Obviously, she's not on the spectrum, but I would say that there are plenty of moments you could point to as great advice, for lack of a better word, on how to befriend someone who maybe is different from you, or how to establish a base of trust and to show a person that they matter to you a lot. And that is demonstrated more or less in the form of her best friend Pearl, who actually is an Inkling. And what's interesting about Pearl is that she is impulsive and often says what she thinks, but she also knows how to dial it back and how to be serious. And the two of them actually met by pure accident, but Pearl served as a very healthy influence for Marina in that she was a very accepting person who didn't really care about background or about what a person's history is. All she really cares about is what a person is like in that moment, and given the two of them share a fondness for music, she was also very fond of the fact that Marina was very good at composing music, despite the fact that she was made to be a soldier and a technician. Now, Marina, by contrast, is far more quiet, I want to say, but not in the shy and timid way. More like a caring introvert, if that makes any sense. And even after being accepted into Inkling society and not really having to hide who she is, there are still obviously growing pains about the past and the home she left behind. She acts as a sort of guardian figure for Agent 8, who ends up also charting her own course. She acts as a mentor towards her to show her the ropes and help her have an easier time of settling down in Inkling society. Obviously, I'm drawn to her because of, well, her personality and the fact that she has a very nice color scheme, but the main thing that drew me to her was actually something that came at the very end of the Splatoon 2 life cycle, and that is the final Splatfest, which is a sort of competition in-game between all kinds of players online. But the final Splatfest was between the teams of Order and Chaos, and I happened to choose Team Order because that's actually what I'm all about. I take Order very seriously, and it's one of the tenets that I like to live my life by. It's one of those words and concepts that really means something a lot to me on a very deep level. And Marina just so happened to be the leader of Team Order. And even though we ended up losing because, well, it's a game for kids. Obviously, all they know is rules and regulations. But even after losing that Splatfest, that desire for stability, that desire for order, it's not something that's ever left her entirely. In fact, she creates an entire digital world based on that utopian image. And the main villain of that game is a sort of virus that was born out of those desires to shelter oneself from any fear or uncertainty and create a world of perfect peace and order. The presence of Pearl in Marina's life allows her to really embrace her interests in a way that helps her find her footing in this new society, and it helps her grapple with the fact that, well, maybe everything here isn't as perfect and necessarily predictable as she would want it. But she's okay with that because despite all of that, she has someone there with her to help her through it all and to really have her back when things go south. And again, even though she isn't autistic, it is something I hope a lot of autistic people see as a hopeful message. I feel everyone on the spectrum deserves to have a friend like that. And those who do receive such kindness, hopefully they're able to pass that forward in helping those who maybe weren't as lucky. But aside from that, the point is that Marina is a great character, and she was definitely my favorite character in this series as it is so far. Right now, I'm actually playing through the latest game in the series, which you can see on my new site, Level Up with Shane. I doubt anything in there is really gonna top Marina, but you never know. You never know. So that's all for episode 4. Make sure to comment if you want to, like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you.